Yo, we're back for another edition of Rapper's Journal. I'm your host with the most, Reiz The RAW M.C. And we back here with another one. But first off, started off right. Do these right here. And then we can get going. Get yourself a bottle. Not talking alcohol. I'm talking about that H2O. Get yourself some liquids. Get yourself a drink. And enjoy this poem that we got here. And we'll be right back. Let's go get it! Bottles of water, bottles of juice. Bottle as pure as the products produced. Bottle for me, bottle for you. But the bottle for you is not the bottle for me. Just like the bottle for me is not the bottle you choose. For my bottle has toxins that only I can handle. Sickness, disease, anguish, pain, emotions that only I can handle. And for you to come through like Soups does Lois Lane, drop everything you're going through just to deal with my issues is like a double-edged sword. You slap me right after you slap yourself. Slap one. You give up on your life, setting aside your own problems just so you can deal with me. Selfish. Slap two. You assume that I need help, that I could not do this on my own, that I am not strong enough, that I will trip and fall face first on my own problems like a rock or an untied shoe. No bottles for you. Trying to credit yourself as a hero when all you're trying to do is run away from your problems, from your own self. A hurt bottle, a pain bottle, a rage bottle, a self-hate bottle, a self bottle. How can you juggle both our bottles when I can barely juggle my own bottles? When you can barely juggle your own bottles? When we can barely juggle our own bottles, my self bottles, your self bottles, our self bottles. We need to learn how to deal with our own bottles that we have before we can go start looking at another's. Wipe the plank out of our own eye before we start looking for the speck in another's. 1 bottle, 2 bottle, 3 bottle, 4 water bottle, juice bottle, toxic bottle. Poor. These bottles could be so problematic. So deal with your own self before burying yourself in even more bottles. Okay, we back. So, first of all, hit me in the comments. Let me know what you think of that one, if you were actually paying attention, if y'all just clicked past the poem, if y'all actually listened to it, if y'all just clicked off at the intro. Leave the date stamp below, the time stamp below. Let me know. Because honestly, I like to know if you're actually paying attention. Is this worth it? Nah, I'm joking. I'm going to do it anyways because there's words, there's poetry, there's artwork that need to be put out there because each work of art has a story to tell, and everyone's story needs to be told, and everyone's reaction to said story needs to be told as well. And in saying so, my reaction to this old poem that I written back in college, this is 2014, 2013, 2014, a little bit after college. I wrote this, and I was kind of just feeling myself. I was feeling into myself, and I was just like, back then I used to feel burdened, and a lot of times I still do. I always feel like I'm a burden, and back then I always said, I don't want you to be a burden to me, and I don't want to be a burden to you by constantly giving you my issues or constantly having your issues on me, because I'm dealing with stuff just like you're dealing with stuff. And until you're done dealing with your stuff and I'm done dealing with my stuff, we shouldn't be dealing with each other's stuff. But nowadays, I've kind of fixed my mode of thinking to a degree. There's one point where I'm like, hey, everyone's going through their stuff, and not everyone needs more stuff added on. But at the same time, the stuff that you're going through could be similar to what I'm going through, so we can help each other out. It's true you don't want to place a burden on someone by trying to help them out, especially when you have your own issues, because sometimes you reflect or deflect your own issues onto them. So you think, I could deal with my issues by helping someone out, But what really you're doing is deflecting or burying your own issues while trying to help someone else out. And that's something you don't want to do, obviously. But at the same time, we human beings are created to be with each other. Yahweh just helped us to be together. We are meant to, we gravitate toward each other for a reason. And that's because he knew that we would need each other. We would need more than just ourselves. So we need to reach out. We need to pray. We need to reach out. We need to do for each other what Yah has done for us at all times, and that's be there, talk to each other. We might not be able to perfectly help each other, but sometimes listening and having someone else's point of view is just as helpful as us saying, hey, your issue, your problem. Sometimes y'all need to work on yourselves before you work on others, but in other times you need an ear to listen to, because sometimes you don't understand what you're going through until you explain it. What's the old saying? You know, you learn through teaching. Sometimes the best way to learn yourself and learn how to deal with issues is to express yourself to someone else. You feel that way, hit me in the comments below. If I'm talking nonsense, hit me in the comments below. Let's have a conversation and let's build this community. Raise up, Reiz The RAW M.C. This is Rapper's Journal. Y'all have a blessed day. Hallelujah. Let's go get it.